This should not be a question of when is the digital age coming, it's here. There's so much data and so much velocity of money happening right now in transactions around the world, there's no question that humans are at a point now where it's awfully hard to keep up with it. So most large trading companies around the world and hedge funds that are thinking about how to take the velocity of money and put it to their advantage are actually looking at the algorithm as the chief asset of the company's intellectual property. We have to think about not just thriving in the digital age, we have to think about surviving. Digital disruption is not a new thing. I mean, obviously Netflix has replaced Blockbuster with digital online content. We have Amazon in place of Sears from a retail standpoint. And we have an emergency. That's actually the digital disruption warning light. Your company is about to be disrupted. Regardless of which industry you're in, the truth is digital transformation is actually accelerating. It's accelerating because it's not just one thing happening. It's not one digital transformation pebble being thrown in your particular pond. It's a series of different things that are occurring. You know, a digital strategy is not an RPA strategy or a IoT strategy or a strategy on how to leverage effectively big data. You start off with a business strategy that's centered around the value you're creating for somebody who needs it. But that value on the right-hand side is the ultimate point to start the process of digital innovation, which is the end in mind of the customer experience. Then you work yourself backwards to what kind of learning, insight, capability do I need that we don't have today? In other words, there's some new value I'm trying to create. Then you continue to work backwards and say, okay, is this going to be something where we're going to take advantage of mobility? What's the interface need to look like? And now, as you move further back, you say, okay, now I've got this amazing capability called the digital levers of 2018 available to me. What mashup makes the most sense? Once you have that capability, then you start building the competency to leverage it appropriately internally. Organizations that just buy it today but don't have a competency internally to know how to use it often end up too dependent on their vendors. So you want to have something like, as we see now, the advent of a chief digital officer, or some organization inside that has a vision and has an ability to manage this new vendor network, as well as grow internal competencies. And that means that then they have to ask the question, how much capacity for transformation do I have? If you're an organization like Miratech, and you're sitting here thinking about, here's all this remarkable need out there to get innovation done, and you're sitting here going, I have that capability at Miratech, this is a glove fit in terms of mapping capacity to requirement. If you make a mistake now in your digital strategy, it might not just be that the program takes 3 years and takes twice as much money. It could be you're out of business because someone else has already decided to do something that you can't do going forward. So the mistakes that we see in digital strategy are mistaking IT strategy for a strategy. It's not just about, again, the toys that we're buying, the things we can use from a technology standpoint. It's about what are we trying to get accomplished. So we as leaders in our businesses have to think about the question how we accelerate the way we innovate, and we do it by focusing first on value.